Hi and welcome to Just the Job. Each week we're here to give you an insight into some of the amazing career opportunities that are out there waiting for you. And this week we've got something for everyone. In today's show, Emily catches up with 3 vet nurses who work with some pretty interesting animals as part of their job. Then Hugh finds out what's involved in running one of the largest hydroponic vegetable growing companies in New Zealand. And Matt finishes off our show today in Christchurch, where he's finding out about a career in carpentry. Let's catch up with Emily now as she finds out what it's like to be a vet nurse dealing with all creatures, great and small.
I'm Emily Gray and I'm from Motueka and I'm here at Stoke Vets to see what it takes to be a vet nurse.
Emily is going to join 2 Nelson veterinary teams, one based at Richmond and the other here at Stoke Vets.
Hi Emily.
Hi there.
I heard you're interested in having a career in vet nursing.
I am, yep.
Wonderful, that's great. We'll give you a show around and see what we can do with you today.
Yep.
Thanks.
Donna Lindquist has worked at Stoke Vets as a vet nurse for 5 years. This veterinary practice mainly deals with domestic pets, mostly dogs and cats.
Basically, vets cut and we do everything in between. Vet nurses, they seem to see the animal from start to finish, see them recover, send them off home and deal with the clients after home as well.
And the job is very varied.
It can be from dealing with clients, doing nurses consults, getting your hands dirty, helping with surgery, scrubbing in, taking radiographs, doing cytology. It's huge. It's one of those jobs that every day is something different.
This is Cody, who's in for desexing. It's a very routine operation which involves a full anaesthetic.
Sounds normal to me.
After a pre-med checkup, Cody gets a tranquilising shot.
A little injection, and that's it. What a brave puppy.
One of the side effects of the sedative is the dog is likely to vomit and poo. It's the job of a vet nurse to clean it up.
They need to have a lot of initiative. It is really important. You need to be able to sort of hit the ground running. It's a busy job. What we're looking at here is his heart rate.
Oh, yeah.
And his oxygen saturation. And so we've got a blood pressure here as well of 98. So anything above 90 is what we want to see. So we don't want to see anything below 90. In the veterinary industry, you're really close-knit with the vets, your support staff and the nurses and all that kind of stuff. So it's a collaborative thing that we all have to work well together. This is probably the most dangerous period of an animal's anaesthetic. Is the recovery phase, so we need to still monitor them really vigilantly.
Yeah.
When we do routine surgeries and things like that, they bounce back hugely. They're up and about, they're fine to go home and they're happy. So we're going to give them some pain relief. So this is the dog equivalent of our Voltaren or Nurofen.
Yeah.
That's it.
Quite far.
No, that's plenty. Just onto his tongue's perfect.
Boy.
What a good boy.
Cody will soon be good to go. Heading in today for a checkup is DJ. He's overweight and on a long-term program to get his size down.
7.58, so he was 7.8 kilos last time. So that's really good. So we're still continuing to lose the weight that we want to. But this is a long-term progress. We don't want to make them lose weight too quickly. What a star, DJ.
A prescription food high in nutrients but low in calories is being used to sustain weight loss.
It is nice, you know, he's on a really good quality food and it's a little bit like having a nice whole grain sandwich opposed to some takeaway burger. It makes you feel fuller for longer.
A vet nurse will do lab work too. It might be preparing a swab from a cat's infected ear or a urine test for a diabetic dog.
You see anything strange in the abdomen?
You see a spine here.
Yeah, that's spine.
And a baby spine.
A baby
here.
spine. So we've got a mummy dog and we've got one puppy. We all love animals, that's why we work with them, so it's nice when we can help them and it's lovely when you can see a happy client with a happy pet at the end of the day.
Next day, Emily's headed out to join the team at Richmond's Town and Country Vets. The practice looks after larger farm animals, cows, pigs and horses too. Emily's first job is a fecal egg count for a deer farm nearby. The test will decide if treatment is needed for worms.
This is the lab area, Emily, where we'll do the fecal egg count.
With a sample of deer poo, Emily teams up with vet nurse Annette McFadgen, who will show her how it's done.
Sometimes you'll get 25 of these to do and it's just non-stop.
Yeah.
We need to know quite a bit about the large animal side of things. We do get goats, pigs, alpaca, llamas and things that all do come in the back. We've had a miniature horse out the back that had to have surgery.
I can see something moving around.
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you've actually got a worm. That's not what we're looking for. We're looking for the eggs. This one's out of its egg already. So that's a larval stage. Goodness me.
They're tiny, aren't they?
Yep, they are tiny. Good one, keep going.
The deer will definitely need a drench. Out the back, there's an unusual arrival. Meet Rosie, a tame wallaby who has a jawbone infection. She's here for something rather rare in New Zealand, treatment in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber.
It helps to heal wounds about 15 times faster than they would normally heal.
Breathing oxygen at an increased pressure dissolves much more into the blood. This in turn promotes faster natural healing. It's a good additional treatment for problems like tissue damage or infection.
Keeps costs down, reduces the amount of antibiotics needed to be used, and the animals seem to like it as well. You coming out? Quite likes it in there, thank you very much. I might stay there. Oh, there she comes.
With Rosie on the road to recovery, Emily hits the road too. Off to the Beacon Hill Equine Clinic and another vet nurse to meet. Laurie Talbot loves horses and she'll be showing Emily another aspect of the job.
Got a mare that's come in and she had a big problem during foaling. The foal's legs came through the wrong hole basically when she was having the foal. So we're doing an examination of her today to determine the damage that was actually done, and we're going to have to do surgery early next week to fix that. So it's just to go through the extent of what the surgery is going to be.
So that's good. So in terms of my examination today, I know now when I come back for surgery, I'm only going to need a modest amount of equipment, and that's fantastic.
I really love my job. Every day you come to work and you're not too sure what's going to be involved really, and we are really helping owners make great decisions for taking care of their pets. So yeah, it's very rewarding in that way. Emily's done a great job today. She's showed definite skills with handling the horses, and she's definitely showing compassion for the animals, and yeah, I think she's got the goods to make an excellent vet nurse.
It's definitely what I want to do next year, being a vet nurse.
You need to love animals. Vet nurse is a messy, often very dirty job. There are certificates and diplomas available in veterinary nursing, all with a variety of tasks and responsibilities. The qualifications available range from level 3 certificates to bachelor degrees. Entry requirements into these courses do vary, so check the website nzvna.org.nz for links to current course providers. Well, Emily has definitely found a career that's caught her eye, and she seems to have a real way with animals. So good luck, Emily, with your training and becoming a vet nurse. Now, after the break, we'll be back with Hugh when he meets the head grower at New Zealand Hothouse to learn what it takes to be successful in the vegetable growing industry. We'll see you soon. Welcome back to Just the Job. Let's see how Hugh goes next as he finds out what's involved in being a vegetable grower at NZ Hothouse.
I'm Hugh Morrissey Brown. I go to St Peter's College, and I'm here at New Zealand Hothouse to see how tomatoes and other vegetables are grown on a large scale.
The Hothouse is one of the biggest glasshouse producers in the Southern Hemisphere and one of the most technically advanced in the world.
Hi Hugh, my name's Jason. I'm from an NZ Hothouse, welcome. You won't need your jersey, she's pretty hot in these greenhouses. Come with me and let's go.
Head grower Jason Culbert is on hand to show Hugh that there's much more to a career in today's vegetable production industry than simply harvesting the crop.
How many plants are grown in one section?
In one of these units alone, we can be growing up to 50,000 plants. And we have 7 sections on this property, so we're growing well over 200,000 plants just on this site alone.
With such intensive cultivation on the site, the technology involved in keeping production up is immense. First lesson to learn, the plants are hydroponic, there's no soil. The tomatoes grow in precisely measured nutrient-rich water. But the technology's for later. First, it starts with the basics.
When we're picking tomatoes, we pick to a certain colour. With this particular variety, we're just picking to what we call half colour. So it's not too green or not too red. So we leave those ones there, that's just too hard.
Everybody starting out in this industry has to begin with getting their fingers green in the hothouse.
All right, Hugh, so the next job we're going to do today is de-leafing.
Okay.
And the reason why we de-leaf is as the plants grow and they've dropped down, we need to take leaves off so we can see the tomatoes for picking. And we just snap the leaves off. And we just simply remove 2 leaves per plant.
Yep.
All right, Hugh, so there's 360 plants in this row, so I'll leave you this row and I'll go and have my smoko break. Cheers. Before we can get on these trolleys to do our next task, we've got to do some trolley training.
There's safety to read about, and buttons for forwards and reverse, an accelerator foot pedal, and up and down.
All right, so the most important thing obviously is our emergency cutout switches, so if we ever have a problem.
There's 3 jobs to be done, now they're up in the air.
This is a job that is done as you gain more experience. It's called twisting and layering. We twist the string around the plant, and then we layer the plant. So we just grab the bobbin, release it, and drop it down. So you can imagine the plants are layered down the row, because they grow about that much a week, about 25 to 30 centimetres, depending on the week.
The vine can grow up to 20 metres long, and the stem is coiled around the bottom. Once a year, the old plant is discarded and a new one grown.
The other job that we do as well, we're going to put truss clips on our trusses, and then we're going to prune each truss to a certain number of fruit. All right, grab a truss hedge like this, and then click it on. Okay, once we've done that, then we can prune the truss, okay? So for tomatoes in this house, we're pruning to 5. So this truss has 6 fruit, so we remove 1 flower off the end of that truss. The importance of doing this is uniformity. So what happens if we don't put a clip on, the trusses can kink, and we get many different sized tomatoes. So we want everything the same. All right, Hugh, away you go. Horticulture tends to be high risk because losing a crop, you know, is something we don't want to have happen. But in these modern greenhouses, we have, you know, quite good controls with the computer systems and with the experience. So with the high-tech operations, we are able to achieve high production.
The entire complex reacts to the weather outside. Vents in the roof open and close, the huge boilers provide warmth when it's cool, carbon dioxide created by combustion is spread around, doubling what's normal. This promotes plant growth.
This basically is the heart of the operation. This is where we can see everything and control everything in the greenhouse, all right? So what you can see here is you can see that we've got environmental data for each compartment and also irrigation data for each compartment.
With such a wide range of sites involved, comprehensive training is essential. Horticulture training advisor Louise Cooper is here to assess assistant grower Bobby Nejar.
Advice I'd give to anyone that's looking to enter the vegetable production industry is to get out there and take your CV around, try and get an after-school job, talk to the people that are already in the industry about what the job involves, but really just getting in there and giving it a go and getting hands-on.
Today, Bobby's keeping Hugh busy with bee distribution.
So, there are bees in here?
Yes, there are bees in here.
Using bumblebees to pollinate produces rounder, more consistent fruit. When the bees are working, the hothouse can't spray. Insecticides will kill them. So they've had to look for natural methods of pest control.
Challenges with growing is pest and disease. That's a big challenge. In this company, we're working towards getting away from spraying. So when we do spray, we use things like soaps, we use sticky traps on trolleys, we do a lot of scouting. So that's the name of the game. That's my personal objective, is to not spray my tomatoes.
To reduce the problem of whitefly, parasitic wasps have been introduced. They inject their eggs into the larvae of whitefly, which kills them. Unwanted bugs could cause whole shipments of export fruit to be rejected. So in the packhouse, checking for unwanted pests is an important part of quality controller Jamie Anderson's job.
When checking for quality and insects, what you want to do is check the entire tomato to make sure there is no insects whatsoever. And also for quality with splits, crazing, branch rub.
This $1.5 million packhouse grading machine is state-of-the-art. Each piece of fruit is photographed, very accurately measured and colour tested too. The data is fed into a computer which chooses a bin for a particular colour and size.
If you get stuck in the past and you just keep doing things the way you did them yesterday, I think you'll get left behind, because with technology things are just motoring along. I think what we'd like to see as an industry is young people coming in that are innovative, up to speed with technology, can take technology on. So we need people with those sort of talents that can bring that to the business.
So it's been pretty full on for Hugh. How's he done?
You know, he did really well. He picked it up pretty quick, particularly with the clipping, which is quite a hard job to master. And you know, we need those sort of people in this operation.
Some of the interesting stuff I've learned about this place is how much it actually takes to run this. Like the amount of people, the amount of technology that's used, and the amount of effort that's put in just to grow tomatoes is phenomenal.
There's a shortage of school leavers entering the vegetable industry, so job opportunity is there. You have to start with the basics, but with training and some technical ability, career progression is excellent. Horticulture is an important part of the New Zealand economy, and the demand for quality food continues to grow. Well, there are some excellent opportunities in the vegetable growing industry, and with a skill shortage, it's a great career choice offering heaps of options. Now, what about your own skills? How well do you know your skills? Find out at knowyourskills.careers.govt.nz. Now, we're back after the break with Matt, who's in Christchurch on a unique building site to learn about a career in carpentry. Welcome back to Just the Job, the show that brings you a close-up look at a whole lot of careers each week. And you never know, you might just see the one for you. Now, coming up, we're with Matt, who's in Christchurch, to learn about a carpentry career on a site where a unique portable building is being constructed.
G'day, I'm Matt Yates from Rickenden High School, and today I'm learning a bit about carpentry, so I'm really looking forward to it.
Today's building industry is highly professional with a highly skilled workforce, and work can range from small residential projects to the construction of large commercial sites.
Yeah,
Matt's getting the chance to learn the building trade with Christchurch firm HRS Construction. They're erecting a new outpatient consulting complex next to the hospital. Up to 50 tradespeople might be on site at any given time, and supervising both them and the build is site foreman Jay Anderson.
Carter's Madras Street have generously lent us some tools for you to use. This kit does go back to them, okay? But use them as much as you want and use them like a tool. Don't be scared to get them dirty.
But the first tool for Matt isn't a fancy one.
When you start on the site, you've got to start at the beginning. So I want this mess swept up and chucked in the skip.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
So not only is it starting at the ground and finishing the job, they have to have an insight of what's happening within the whole project. It's not just a matter of hammering in nails into timber. It's a hell of a lot more than that. Good man. Pretty good. Cool. Right out, just take it and dump it in the skip. There's a hell of a lot to learn, and even after they've done their 4-year apprenticeship, there's still a lot to learn, and I'm still learning. Everyone learns. Every job we do, there's something different. That's what makes it so exciting.
This hospital building is an unusual design. It's portable, can be unbolted into small sections and taken away to be re-erected on another site.
Right, Matt, this is Toshi.
Right, Matt. How you going? Yep.
Toshi will now show you how to hang a door.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
The boys do start off on pretty low wages, but as you come up through the ranks, they get a fairly decent pay. They get overtime, they get tool money. The morale's usually fantastic.
What happened? I think it was on reverse.
Oh! You can't be a stun mullet. You need to know what you're going to be doing. You need to listen. You need to be able to follow instructions. And you have to be a team player. That's the big thing. There's nowhere in this industry for an individual. You really have to be a team player.
That's it. That's your double doors done.
BCITO's National Certificate in Carpentry is the industry standard for working as a licensed carpenter.
G'day, Ray.
Hey, Taylor, how you going this morning, mate?
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good to see you.
Training advisor Ray Brill is here to carry out an assessment. His job is to act as mentor and support the training process.
You're still collecting quite a bit of evidence for us, and...
Yeah, a few photos. I got that diary for you.
Yeah?
It's possible to start an apprenticeship straight from school with the support of an employer.
Well, they can obviously start off as an apprentice, come through their apprenticeship into a leading hands role. They then can go into a foreman's role, site manager's role. They can go to university and become a project manager. The sky's the limit, really. You can get right up there. You can start your own company if you wanted to. Andy, this is Matt.
Oh yeah, nice. How you going?
You too. Andrew. Andy's the site foreman on site.
Yep.
So you're going to help him put a full height wall in here for a toilet partition?
Right.
Junior foreman Andrew Hamilton has just completed his apprenticeship.
We put all our apprentices with a carpenter to start with, not for long. The last thing we want them to learn is that someone's always going to be telling them what to do. So they're usually only with a carpenter for 2 or 3 months.
So far, so good. Before Matt takes on his last task, there's a short trip to take with company owner Richard Gibb.
So is there going to be a lot of work in the coming years?
I'd see with the earthquake recovery there's probably 10 to 15 years work easily, and that's going to be a variety of work.
The Christchurch earthquake rebuild will be driving massive demand for fully qualified builders. Richard takes Matt up the road to the red zone.
And when you look at the old brick buildings that have come down, they're right through the country. Really, this shouldn't just be Christchurch's problem, this should be everybody's problem now. And the building growth through New Zealand should actually increase in the demand for staff should be right across the country.
For the last task of the day, Matt's heading for the high ground.
Okay, Matt, what you see up there is Andy and Juddy. They're up there measuring the Titan board. They're going to come down, give you the measurements, you're going to mark it out, they'll oversee it and you'll cut it. And don't muck it up because they're very expensive sheets.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good man.
Cool.
Sweet. So what we're going to be doing, see this picture here?
Yep.
It goes above that long one up the top. Right up top.
Right.
Right. So I'll let you set it out.
Okay.
The measurements are all there for you.
Yep.
Join the dots.
Cool.
Perfect.
Fantastic job to be in. We're inside, we're outside, always something different to be doing. It's definitely not boring, and your days go so fast.
Slide it across. You hold that there.
Yep.
We'll put our packers underneath. So you drop that down. Yep. And it's ready to just screw off. Good job.
Cool.
Done.
Yeah, Matt fitted in very well today. He worked well with his peers. He followed all instructions. He's got a great attitude, a great personality, and I would say you'd have no problem getting employment in the future.
The Level 4 National Certificate in Carpentry is the industry standard for all work as a professional builder. You can start straight from school and training is done on the job. Becoming a builder can be the first step in a varied career. With the Christchurch rebuild, there's immense opportunity for many years to come. For more information on building careers or to find out how you can get into building, visit bcito.org.nz.
How you going, Matt?
Oh, not too bad, thanks.
Yeah? I've got some good news for you.
Yeah?
There's a real little guy at Carter's Madras Street called Springer.
All right.
Right, shorter than me.
Yep.
He says you can have all that.
Oh, sounds good. All right, thanks for
Good
that.
man.
Cool, thank you.
Now, if you want to find out any more about the careers featured on the show today, including being a vet nurse or any of the careers that we've featured throughout the series, check out our program website, tvnz.co.nz/justthejob. So best of luck, and we'll see you again next week.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.